lose your God to pray to, that's really terrible. When you lose the land you live on because foreigners buy it up and you don't have money to buy land, that is also terrible. When you lose your own government and your sovereignty, that's pretty horrible. But when you lose your language, you lose the soul of your culture because you are forever disconnected from the wisdom of your ancestors.
For thousands of years, the Hawaiian people have communicated through a language that is rich in metaphor and wisdom. Through the chants and proverbs, Hawaiians have never lost their connection with their ancestors. They could navigate the vastness of the Pacific Ocean, and they understood the elements of nature. Through colonization, the Hawaiians almost lost their language. Through self-determination, they are successfully bringing it back.
I could say, what is the value of English? And that person would probably say, that's the language of the world. Everybody speaks English. Now, how is it that everybody speaks English? That's because somebody said, you must speak my language. And those people said, yes, I believe that your language is more important than mine.
In our case, in 1896, 3 years after Americans overthrew our country, Americans then banned the speaking of Hawaiian language.
My grandfather was a principal of a school in Kaunakakai. My grandparents spoke Hawaiian, my father, and my mother said a few Hawaiian phrases and used words with us, but they never spoke Hawaiian to us as children. And when they were raised in English and a little bit of Hawaiian, but I get the impression that they did not use Hawaiian as the language of the house. I think that was typical of many, many families, and that's the reason why we have very few native speakers today in Hawaii. I met Peter, who is my husband today, while we were there at the university. And before our children were born, we decided that we wanted to raise our children as speakers of Hawaiian.
My wife and I put a lot of emphasis on the Hawaiian language because that was such a strong thing for us. So I'm very pleased to see that they speak Hawaiian to each other all the time. So it has become their primary language of identification for them and for our family.
That's why we decided to have the children be the focus of our teaching our language, because we were not getting results by just teaching adults the language. So if the children became the focus, then the family became participants in that learning of the language.
The first fight was the fact that Hawaiian was illegal. Just to start our Punana school and get into the public schools, we had to fight a law that was passed in 1896 after the overthrow of the Hawaiian government that closed all the Hawaiian schools, and we were told directly that we couldn't do it. But we also knew that we had a moral thing on our side, and the general population would be shocked if they knew about this. So we kind of went around, we kind of did it anyway. It took us 3 years to change the law that forbade the use of Hawaiian language in private or public schools. But finally we got it changed to the parents and the community.
Punana is a preschool, Hawaiian language preschool, and it started in 1984 on Kauai. Today we have 7 schools across the state, and our teachers use Hawaiian language as the exclusive language of instruction every day. We have a long waiting list at the schools, so many people are interested in having their children attend Punana Leo.
Academically, the children in the Hawaiian immersion program have done very, very well. They've outperformed the other children in the same school on their SAT. Now we have almost 1,000 children who are fluent speakers of Hawaiian due to our school programs.
They know that what they're doing is something that is very special. I don't know if they realize how special it is. The children who are in the 8th grade are only now really beginning to enter into discussions that are making them think more seriously about what this is all about.
My feel too that it's more than just a language, it's a philosophy. And I haven't heard it put that way yet in the classes, but as they begin to translate some of the phrases and things, the language is a way of living and a way of perceiving things. And hopefully as my daughter and son go through the program and graduate, they'll be able to continue on and come back to the community and add something to it.
For us and our children, we have worked very hard to make the school happen along with other very committed people. We trust that this will become very successful, and we don't settle for anything less. Because this is the first time that this is happening, there are many things that we do not have, and so because of that, a lot of the students need to be patient with not having a lot of books and a lot of real fancy equipment that other children may have.
Our biggest problem is teachers, because without a teacher you can't learn. We're happy to see that now we have 100 majors in Hawaiian language at the University of Hawaii at Hilo, which is more than even English. We're the largest major in humanities.
When we think about success, I think that educationally, we're thinking about the product of what we're doing, the young person that will come out of school and enter the world. We need to have people who are able to improve the quality of life for the Hawaiian people in Hawaii, to make decisions for the good of the Hawaiian people in Hawaii. So, of course, this person would be able to speak Hawaiian and use Hawaiian fluently. So, I think once we have people who are able to do that, then we can say that we're pretty successful. Speaking Hawaiian strengthens the Hawaiian community, it strengthens the Hawaiian family, and it will strengthen the future of the Hawaiian people.